starting to lose track of how many times I've done this. But I made a very interesting discovery about the quantum moon in the last loop. Turns out the Nomai not only found a way to land on it, but they actually built a shrine on it and designed a sort of pilgrimage there. It seemed like a very important event for the Nomai that did it. I read about how one Nomai in particular, Solanum, was preparing her journey to the quantum moon. And if I'm not mistaken, I read some of her texts in the Eye Shrine as well. She seemed very interested in both the quantum moon and the Eye of the Universe. But my main goal this loop is to finally get to the Southern Observatory and figure out how to get beneath the current of Giant's Deep. Let me do a quick flyover before I make my way to the observatory. There's Rybek's camp. Wait a minute, I don't think I've gone over here, but I do recognize this from the map at the crossroads. Looks like another gravity cannon, just like the orbital probe cannon around Giant's Deep. Let me lay it down and take a look. This would have been a peaceful place to sit before the moon started going volcanic. And just like that. Wow, this is massive. Hopefully it's not active right now. I learned my lesson with the orbital probe cannon, that's for sure. This building is in bad shape. Another projection stone. Oh, this must be... Yep, this is the top of the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Only accessible in 0G, I found out. Barely had enough time to read everything before the sun... Well, you know. I don't think I read that conversation yet, though. Looks like I can read it downstairs. Solanum, I'm at the shuttle. I'm ready to make my first pilgrimage to the quantum moon. Bells, that's exciting. You're almost ready, but there's still one more rule you need to learn. Come see me at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. The tower is on the opposite side of Brittle Hollow. If you follow the path west to the crossroads, you can reach the tower from there. Solanum, my gratitude for the directions, Bells. I'll see you soon. And if I remember correctly, that rule that Bells is referring to is that to reach the 6th location of the quantum moon, the shrine that they built has to be on the North Pole. Whatever that means. I don't know how you move a shrine. I will never get used to looking at this. Okay, this is only going up. That's a long way down. Here we go. I think I can drop down here safely. They're not making this easy, are they? Yeah, that's probably my best way down, is inside. I'm safe from the black hole in here. Just gotta make sure I don't break my legs. That wasn't so bad. Nice and easy. Okay. The crossroads. So that gets me back to Rybek. But I wanna check out this gravity cannon. goes another landmass. It seems to be crumbling quicker than ever. Okay, just gotta send it. Whew. The shuttle is currently resting at the quantum moon. A Nomai shuttle? Activate the gravity cannon. Definitely not. Or call the shuttle home. Whoa. A Nomai shuttle. This is different from the escape pods. I'm not going that way, that's for sure. And this shuttle was just on the quantum moon, and it's been there for thousands of years. The Southern Observatory, okay. I'll have to go that way. Wow. Okay, so this is a way back into the tower. Didn't realize there was a door here. Okay. That's good to know. I wonder if this is Solanum's shuttle. Oh, I hope she's not in here. Wow. This is so cool. Another example of Nomai technology that's stood the test of time. Wow. This is a little weird. There's a black hole. That's what let it warp back here. Looks like some controls, maybe? Let's see what this recording says. I am here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I'm about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of my journey on foot. We don't know why the quantum moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole, just that this is true. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. This was Solanum. Can I make the same pilgrimage that she made? That didn't seem to do anything. Is this broken? Whoa! Oh! Oh no! I'm piloting a Nomai shuttle. And I don't know the first thing about piloting a Nomai shuttle. And I'm just going. Oh no. Oh no, I'm going farther and farther. I am completely leaving our solar system. This one. Okay. So that warped me back. Whoa. I don't think I want to try to become a Nomai pilot anytime soon. I think I'll try to find my own way to the quantum moon if I can. Maybe I have to take a Nomai shuttle? It's clear that there's still a lot I don't know about the quantum moon. I know there are other quantum signals I have not yet found, where I may learn some more. But right now, it's time to get to the Southern Observatory. Not much standing between this beam and the black hole below. Let's hope this doesn't crumble. Left or right? Definitely not right, definitely not right. I'm trapped. I'm stuck. I'm boosting against the beam. There's no other way. I have to go for it. Okay. I had plenty of boost. That was. I made that harder than it had to be. I Maybe I'm used to spending my time in the more stable locations. This is just right through the middle. And I think my time is running short. I gotta boost out of this one too. They did not align these very well. Okay, where to now? I see some gravity crystals. That must be the path. Up. Not trying to rush, but I'm afraid I'll find myself falling if I don't move quickly. This is disorienting. I think I need to go up, but I think I need to go across this gap. Okay. Here we go. Solid ground. Solid ground. Solid-ish. Okay. I think that's my target. Okay. Oh, I could have made it all the way up there. That's back down. That might be a different path. Wonder if that's the path from the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Steady, steady. I hope I can make it up to that beam. Come on. Give me just enough boost. Yes. Is this it? Yes! I've made it! After all this time of seeing it in the projections, I'm here. This is the door. This is Ryback's recording. Ryback, I made it. Let's see what I can learn. Those are... Yeah, that's what they looked like. Those are Giant's Deep cyclones, or a model of them. And up there, I wonder if that's where the tracker version 2 is. Yep, and this is back in the construction yard. Okay. It's all coming together. And I've seen this conversation. This is Cassava inquiring about the component falling beneath the current, which is exactly what I'm here to learn. The answer must be with these models. This place is incredible. They carved it straight out of the glacier. It's even loud like Giant's Deep. Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant's Deep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. Spire, an update. It's now clear that there are 2 different types of cyclone. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. Cassava, my gratitude, Spire. Kanoi is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? Spire, the model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Well, Spire, I can tell you, your model has stood the test of time. Interesting. So this is a normal cyclone. It spins clockwise. It sends you up. This other one pushes you down. Interesting. So if I'm going to get beneath the current, I need to fly into this cyclone on Giant's Deep. I need to fly into a cyclone? On purpose? Oh no. Let's see what what's up here. This must be where they built the eye tracker. But if my timeline is correct, this didn't work, which is why they built the orbital probe cannon. It's funny, I went to the moon immediately, and it took me this long to get here. Kanoi, what have we learned thus far in our search for the Eye of the Universe? Plume, those of us on the vessel originally followed the Eye's signal to the star system, but we were unable to warp to the Eye itself. Privet, the locator we built on the Addle Rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the Eye's signal. Cassava, suppose the Eye doesn't wish to be found. Plume, Cassava, how can you suggest that? The Eye's signal called out to summon us to this star system. Cassava, I'm aware. I grew up hearing the Eye's story. Yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. Avens, hypothesis. The Eye has stopped emitting its signal. Mallow, based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the Eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean the Eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. So this didn't work, just as I suspected. And this model is huge. I don't have any idea how this works, how they form any kind of model out of this goo, but they obviously understood it. Here's the Eye. I wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, it could be anywhere. Error. Unable to determine orbit. No signal detected matching any known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. So that led them to build the probe cannon, to launch a probe to search for the Eye, rather than this method. Kanoi, how should our methods change as we continue our search for the Eye of the Universe? Mallow, we know what the Eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon, so what if we try to find the Eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. Cassava, Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the Eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. Kanoi, I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Raimi and Pi about the technology they're developing? Privet, as we couldn't find the Eye signal using the two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Avens, we need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Cassava, Giant Steep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch, and it's moonless, except when the quantum moon is visiting. Avens, yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant Steep. I feel like the pieces are starting to form, but it's still hazy in my mind, and there's clearly a lot of information waiting for me on the Hourglass Twins. Pi and Raimi started some experiments in the High Energy Lab to investigate the phenomenon of arriving at a warp destination before departing. And the Ash Twin Project is sending a signal to the probe cannon to launch a probe to shoot in a random direction. But the cannon never fired for the Nomai. Until now. And I see it firing every time I wake up. In a new direction every time. Plus, I know there's a memory statue in the probe tracking module buried within Giant Steep core, which must house data on what the probe finds. There's some missing pieces though. Why is it firing now? Why is the sun exploding? The time loop, the statues, the cannon, the Ash Twin. It's all connected somehow. I don't know how just yet, but I'm gonna find out. But first, I need to get to Giant's Deep. Okay, counterclockwise cyclone. Flying into a cyclone. Not my first choice for an adventure, but I've seen worse so far, and I've survived all of it. It'd be a lot easier if I could use Rybeck's ship. I just need to get back to mine. That's a ways away. See if I can get a little bit closer before taking a leap of faith. I've got about half fuel left. That should last me until I can get back to my ship. It's peaceful out here. Away from the volcanic eruptions, at least. And I never thought I'd be able to say I've gotten used to the idea that our sun is exploding and killing me, but it just doesn't scare me so much anymore. I mean, I'm scared for everybody else, and I'm scared what would happen when this time loop ends, if it ever ends. But right now, I've got a mystery to solve. And this is another mystery. One of these days I'll make my own pilgrimage. See what answers lie on the quantum moon. That's for another day. Another launch day. Oh, I don't know if I can make it any closer. If I'm gonna get to Giant's Deep in this loop, I've just gotta go for it. It's already very red. I don't like this. But I think I have enough juice to just go for it. Let's get a running start. Oh yeah, plenty. Gravity's not so strong with half the planet gone, or more. Okay. Running out of time. Gotta make a beeline for Giant's Deep. I don't think I even have time to slow down. No time for autopilot. No time for gentle flying. I just have to send it. There it is. If I can get past the sun's pole, I can slingshot my way straight to Giant's Deep. Sometimes I think, what would Feldspar do? And the answer, more often than not, is full throttle. Here we go. Let's hope there's not an island here. Even that wasn't enough to get below the current. I gotta find that cyclone. They look even more terrifying from below the water. Okay. Most of these are clockwise. Gotta find one that's counterclockwise. That's it. That's the one. Here we go. Wow. It's amazing how well our ship functions under here. This is it. This is the core of Giant's Deep. Next problem is, can I get through here? It looks very electrically charged. I'm not sure I can. Definitely not. Good thing my ship insulated me. But my electrical system was toast. There's no way I'm doing that in my spacesuit. No chance. There's gotta be the jellyfish are going through. How are they going through? in. Hopefully. Unless that probe module is just lost. There has to be a way in. Or some way to survive this. It's dark. I think I heard the sun. It's very dark. Time's up.